I want to ask you because you mentioned this as well. When a you are out doing your talks, so you do a lot of speeches and talks with a lot of different companies about this, correct? Is that kind of what you're doing?
Right, correct.
So when you're out and about working with people, well, two-pronged question. Are people hiring people that don't think like them or not like them? Do you think that's out there?
It's a loaded question, Glenn.
Okay.
Um, I'll say this: people generally associate with people that are like them. People generally go to places with people like them. So if you and you can look at this through zip code data now, right? So if you take a look at zip codes, zip people who live in zip codes generally have done the same thing. Maybe they didn't all go to the same college, but they all went to college. They all maybe got secondary degrees. They're all families. So zip codes are key indicators of like things.
Right.
Same thing during an interview. If I'm interviewing with you, Glenn, and I don't know your musical selection, but let's say that you happen to be a fan of Sam Cooke, and I just happen to talk to you about how I love Sam Cooke. We at that level can really connect on something beyond work. Now I'm here to interview with you, but we're talking about Sam Cooke, and you come out of that interview going, that guy, he's a really good guy. He,
Yep.
it's something about him. I don't know what it is, but it's something about him. And that happens, but it happens in different ways. If I like Blink 182 and you like Blink 182, then maybe we are connected someplace. But if I come into
Sure.
the interview and you don't assess me on my skills, and I happen to not know what Blink 182 is, then maybe I don't get the role.
It becomes more difficult for you to go to someone who doesn't know who Sam Cooke is. In fact, I'm surprised somebody your age even knows the name Sam Cooke, to be honest. But um, it's I can see where it's a loaded question because you don't really want to say it, but I'll say it because I know in my experience before I started working in this publishing company so much, when I'm speaking, a lot of managers, and you look around, you can see that a lot of people are hiring people just like themselves. And because they like themselves, well, they want to like themselves, so they look for someone like them, and they think that person can do the job. I think that is an issue, but I think it goes really much deeper than that. In the job area.
So in the talk, I talk about ways to get around that. And so what we found, I didn't find this, but what studies have found is that more diverse workplaces do better. So let's say that you didn't even believe in a diverse or inclusive or equitable environment. Let's just say that wasn't your shtick, you didn't like it. If you're a numbers person, the bottom line says that more diverse workplaces actually are more profitable. So that means the bottom line is better, increases shareholder value. So that's a business case for diversity. But a way to actually figure out who the right person for the job is to, during the interview process, let's see what you can do. What
Yeah.
can you do this? Is this the kind of work you can do? Let's not just talk about, well, tell me about a time where you did X. No, let me see it. And I give the example of Berry Gordy. See, Glenn, I like music, so I
Okay.
can I can go back. I can go back to the 1920s Satchmo. I can come all the way up
All
to
the way through it.
break today.
Okay.
I can go all the way, but
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. But Berry Gordy just didn't bring Michael and his brothers into Motown sight unseen. We've all seen that, or at least a portion of us have seen that black and white footage of Michael as a kid dancing.
Yeah.
That's an audition. He's auditioning for Berry Gordy. So why not do the same for people coming into your company?
And you have to wonder why not do the same. I mean, the way that you talked about the process, having that person audition for that. I mean, like you said in your TEDx, he didn't just go out and get these five brethren and say, I'm gonna make you, he made them audition. He put them through the ringers. He made them, show what they could do before they signed the contract. Why don't more companies do that?